used to sport that recognizable widow's peak, playing the role of a little werewolf, and now you can get a scare from him on June 3rd through the 5th at New England's ScareCon.
And he's here live in studio. Welcome Butch Patrick, who played the role, of course, of Eddie Munster in the Munsters. Welcome here to CT Style.
Well, thank you so much, guys.
Great to have you
this is
here.
So cool.
It really is.
You're right on the
big time, big time. So this is the 50th anniversary of the Munsters this year.
You know, we started in September of '64 and we went through 2016. It's the 53rd of the show, but it's the 50th of the movie. So we were around 2 years back in the mid-60s and we're still going strong.
That's great. What do you think? Why the staying power, you think?
I think it has a lot to do with people back then really enjoyed the television. I don't know, the comedy was great, the writing was great, it was still somewhat new. Right. Talking horses, Martians, Munsters, genies, witches, non-reality based stuff.
Sure. Yeah. And you beat out a lot of kids, more than 500 people for your position on the show. What made you stand out? Well,
you know, I wasn't even living in Hollywood at the time. They'd actually cast it with a kid named Happy Durman, and at the last minute they decided to redo it. Yvonne DiCarlo and I met at the studio, they put us together, and they said, that's the team we want.
The rest is history.
Pretty wild, pretty wild. Is it true, I hear that the Beatles made a stop in your dressing room?
They visited the set one day when I wasn't there, and then for security reasons they had them sleep at the studio. And they all took dressing rooms, and my dressing room was next to Marlon Brando's because I had a big dressing room as it was my school. So one of them probably slept in my dressing room, yeah.
How cool is that?
That's very cool.
Sort of a little fun fact from the Munsters, and then of course you went on, you actually have some musical talents as well.
Well, I had records. The talent factor, you know,
you had something going.
I was the original Munster Manili, you know. But I did have records in the early 70s, and then I also had records with Whatever Happened to Eddie when MTV came on the air.
Okay.
Which kind of brought me back to the Munster angle, which I had been distancing myself for years, and now full circle at my age, I live in a haunted house. I'm here for ScareCon.
Come on.
I have a company called Scare It Forward, so we're really embracing the Munster thing now because the kids love it today.
Can we talk about the haunted house? I want to know that. How do you know it's haunted?
Well, my sister and my grandma knew it, had seen the ghost, Miss Ruby. When I bought the house, I wasn't buying it for it being haunted. I just wanted to save it from the wrecking ball because it was such a great old Queen Anne Victorian home. And then I wound up moving to Missouri to save the house, and then I had my Munster tribute cars. So literally, I'm driving around town in the Munster coach, living in a haunted house in a small town in Missouri where I lived in the 8th grade.
That's wild.
It is wild.
Full circle for you, huh?
It's been great, yeah.
Pretty cool, pretty cool. And of course, ScareCon is coming up this weekend. It's going to be cool because also Ernie Hudson from Ghostbusters is going to be there. Tony Moran, who played the original Michael Myers from Halloween, will be there too. So, and any fun interactions when you get to meet fellow stars like this?
Actually, it's really a fun circuit because we get to see all kinds of friends, and you know, we catch up and we do this and we do that. One of the interesting things, there'll be 25 guests, and there'll be film screenings, and there's going to be a Rocky Horror Picture Show shadow cast. But if you ever watch Face Off, there's going to be a couple of the makeup artists and the judges from Face Off.
No kidding.
Which my makeup man was Mike Westmore, and his daughter hosts it, Mackenzie Westmore.
No kidding.
So it's just amazing, the 7 degrees of separation.
That's neat. Well, it'll be a great event. Make sure you guys grab your tickets online, ScareCon.com. It's Friday through Sunday at the Mass Mutual Center in Springfield, Mass. If it's cool with you, I think we might put your acting chops to the test later on in the show.
You're going to stick around? We're going to play a little charades?
I will stick around for charades, you bet.
All right.
We love that. Thank you for chatting with us today.
Thank you. That was great.